Right, Ben, thanks for being here to start. Want to say who you are in that first?
Right, my name's Ben Kyffin, amateur MMA fighter from Liverpool, training titanium under the watchful eye of Gav Hughes, Tony O'Mara, Fabio, all watched under by Gav Melia.
You're 3-0 a bantamweight now, and you're moving up to featherweight for the first time in your amateur career. How's this changed your camp, and is it likely going to become your new weight class, you think?
Well, I fought at 66 kilos before for Probellum. That was the same day weigh-in, 66 kilos, so it weren't quite the same, but fought at that before and definitely feeling it's going to be my new weight class, feeling very a lot more powerful at this weight class, feeling full of energy, feeling like I can just break walls down with punches, to be honest. That's how I'm feeling coming into this. So I feel great coming into this fight. I don't feel depleted. I don't feel like the camp's been focused on me losing weight. I feel like it's just been focusing on being able to do as much damage as possible. So definitely feel like this is my new weight and I've been eating absolutely loads. It's been great.
You're still only 3 fights into your young career, but you've got confidence and showmanship as someone a lot more experienced. I've seen it firsthand. Uh, have you always had that? And where do you reckon that comes from?
I don't know. I just don't know. I've always been like an entertaining person just ever since I was little. Just always liked to put on the show for people, whether it was like I used to love dressing up as Michael Jackson when I'd be out when I was dead little and dancing, doing stuff like that. So I've always loved putting a show in. I love embracing the crowd, and I feel like the more like people who buy tickets off you say, "Oh, do you feel more nervous? Everyone's coming," and I'm like, "No, I love it. The fact everyone's coming, the more eyes on me, the better, because I perform better under the bright lights. I do stuff to entertain the crowd and play up to all that, and people want to watch me fight because of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm an entertaining fighter, and I've got the charisma to go with it. And I think it just all comes down to confidence, to be honest.
Definitely. If you win your next fight, you'll be 4-0, still
When?
undefeated. When? Do you plan on looking for any silverware yet, or are you gonna take your time?
Yeah, it's as it comes, isn't it? That's I don't know. I don't really see that as like a necessity to have. As much as it's nice to come, I don't go looking for stuff like that. I don't like I tell everyone this, it's a big thing for me. I don't look or care who I fight, to be honest. I don't look into any of that. I don't look into who it is, what's on the line, whatever. To me, everything's on the line every single time I fight, whether it's getting on the mat, in the ring, or in the cage. It's always a big massive thing for me. And it's not I feel like when you look into stuff too much, you just build it up to something it's not. It's a fight at the end of the day, and two people, two humans, two skeletons wrapped in skin are gonna get in and fight, and that's what it is. So I can see it in a few more fights. I'll be getting a few belts. Me and Kieran both will, but as it comes, yeah, most definitely.
You said then don't really care who you fight, but is there any differences in your preparations for your next opponent than your last?
Literally nothing. Literally nothing. I've just been eating a lot more, and it's been great. That's the only difference I can say. I've just had a full stomach this whole time and lifted a bit more weight coming into it. I've just enjoyed it a lot more. There's no that's what I mean. There's no opponent for me. It's just I just focus on myself constantly. I don't look into who it is, what they do. Some people like to pure like become an expert on their opponents. I just become an expert on myself, you know what I mean? Because I could get a phone call right now, or he's pulled out, you're fighting a different lad, and then my head could fall off. So focus on yourself. Don't worry about the opponent or who it is, and you'll beat everyone.
I can see behind your pictures of your grappling when you were younger. I was gonna say, you've accomplished a bit already in your childhood, and you've got a undefeated tie record as well. Where do you find yourself most comfortable in a cage?
You know what? I don't know. Everyone says, "Oh, Ben's a grappler," but I love to strike. My last fight in the Olympia, the lad I was fighting just wanted to lean on the cage and just make it a boring fight. That's not what I'm there to do at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, fair enough, I can do that type of fighting if that's how the other person wants it to go, but I'm there to fight properly. I'm not there to lean on someone and come out like I haven't fought. I'm there to go in and fight, do damage to the person I'm fighting, and I want them to try and do the same to me. I'm there to put on a show and be entertaining. It's not like it's boring unless you're very entertaining with it, like the Khabib style. But there's not many people that can be, especially against me. I've got really good takedown defense and I've got really good grappling, but I'll use that as and when I need to. I like to strike a lot more. I feel like that's where I'm the most comfortable and where you can fully express yourself, to be honest.
You're like I said before, you're a bit of a showman. You're also a good grappler. You're also Scouse, obviously. But is there anyone you'd like to compare yourself to who's fighting now? Obviously, the main one I'd think of is Paddy Pimblett.
I don't know. I watched an interview with Mayweather a few years ago, and he's saying he wanted to have a bit of everyone, and I'm the same. I'll watch Mayweather, I'll watch McGregor, I'll watch Sugar Sean, Paddy Pimblett, Israel Adesanya, everyone, and I just look and think, wow, that looks nice, and I'll mention it to Gav, or Gav will come in and mention something to me. Tony will come in and say, Ben, what do you reckon on this? What do you reckon on this? And we'll try it, and it'll work, or it won't work. I don't know, mixture of everyone. I'm the next me, and that's it. To be honest, lad, soon people are going to be saying, "Oh, you're a bit like Ben Kyffin, aren't you?" But I'm me. I'm only going to be me, and I'm not going to be anyone else.
You said you brought things into you to talk to your coaches about. Does that mean you have quite a lot of freedom during your camps to try new things?
Yeah, it's very that's what I love about the gym. I always say to people, it's the type when people say to me, what do you think about me starting there, talking about themselves, I'll say, like, it's one of them gyms where you go in and you could go in and say, right, I just want to have a few amateur fights, just want to see where that goes, or I just want to go in, make mates with everyone. I like training, not a big fan of fighting. Or you can go in and say, I want to be the best in the world. Whatever you want to do, that gym will cater for. Do you know what I mean? So I'll go in, and as I said, me and Kieran have both went in, said to Gav, to Tony, to everyone, we want to be the best in the world, and we're both working hard and striving for it. In a few years, people are going to look back at this interview and go, do you know what? Sounded mad then, but Ben and Kieran were two men on a mission and they got it done. Do you know what I mean? So it's a gym where you can do whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? You can do literally whatever you want and you can achieve what you want.
You're referencing our mate Kieran Roach there. Just say you two push each other the most in the gym.
Oh yeah, it's one of them. I was speaking to Gav about it the other day when we're saying like I think fighting's 100% a mental sport. I think it's literally 100% mental. And when you're training with people like Kieran, who's just like he's one of the most mentally strong people I know. And if you've went to gym and say you've done something you shouldn't have, or you've ran 4K instead of 5K, you've done something that weak-minded people do, and it stays in your head. And me and Kieran have both said if we're sparring, I'll be thinking, I was making an order before and I snuck a sweet in and I knew I shouldn't have. I know that's in my head then. And so it just makes you mentally strong because you don't do them things anymore. You can't get away with it. Kieran will catch you. I'll catch Kieran. We're both pushing each other. Me and Kieran dragging each other out of bed at 6 a.m. to go and sprint up and down Camp Hill before work. Do you know what I mean? It's something we've both, since we've started, we've both spoken and said, this is what we want to do. And we've both got the ability, we've got everything it takes to go to the top, and soon enough, we're going to be there. So definitely push each other more than people see.
You mentioned doing orders and making sweets. So I was going to lead me to one of my questions as well as training and work. And you've got to started the business. You can plug that when at the end if you want.
Yeah.
What is it that keeps you motivated to do everything on top of things?
It's one of them. That was something I was thinking of earlier. It's a lot of people are like, a lot of people in this fighting game, especially at this level, maybe not at the age, but definitely at this level, there's a lot of people in it for status who were in the fighting. So people go, so he's an MMA fighter, him, and they're in it. So they're in it for what other people think of them socially. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not in it for that. I'm in it because I think I'm the best. I want to show people I'm the best, and that's what I believe to be enough. If you believe you're the best and you're willing to put everything on the line to show it to people, that's what's the best. Not doing it for other people thinking you're great or for social approval between you and your mates, stuff like that. So it's one of them. It's like, it depends what your motivation is. Mine is literally, I think I'm in this because I think I'm the best and I'm going to show people why I think I'm the best. And then that for me is motivation. Watching my mum and dad both grow up working. They've both got happy lives. They don't want for anything. They've not, like, I'm not going to come on here and sit and say, oh, we struggled so much growing up and all stuff like that. I've had a good life and my mum and dad have got me everything I wanted, but I want to make sure now I can say in a few years' time, right, you're settled now, you don't have to stress. My mum and dad both drive nice cars, the house is paid for, we've got everything they wanted. Me and my girlfriend can live our lives freely and do whatever we want. That's my dream. I've always said that to everyone. My dream is to get up and go, right, I want to do this today and do it, no matter what it is, whether it's go to Italy, spend hundreds of thousands on shopping, cars, watches, or whether it's get up, walk the park with the kids. I don't want to have to answer to anyone, and the way it's going for me, I don't think I will.
Okay. I won't keep you much longer. I know it's late. Last
Don't,
question.
don't worry.
5 years down the line, where are you?
Everything. I reckon I've got everything in 5 years. 5 years, I'll be what? 24 years old, I think, deep into the pros. Good 10 now. A few titles, making me way up right to the top. That's where I'll be touching the pinnacle, I reckon. That's where I see things, and it'll be interesting to watch this in 5 years and say to everyone, look, that's how it went.
Um, that's it for me, really. If you've got anything else you want to add, you can plug your business now while we're still recording.
Yeah, it's everyone. It's not just like my business. It's the gym. It's Gav Melia, Gav Hughes, Tony, Fabio, Jay Lewis, everyone in the gym, Kieran, Dylan, Sean McChrystal, everyone else knows who they are. My sponsors, Advanced Developments Group, Purple Olive, Candy Crave Liverpool, a new one. We've got Cater Fab coming onto the team now. I've got great support around me, and that's another one. I've got great support, selling a lot of tickets, a lot of people coming to watch me fight. So that's another one. They come back to your question before. I'll never go into a fight knowing I haven't done everything I can, because every single time I'm lying in bed, it's 5:45 in the morning, I need to go on a run before work. Those are the reasons that gets me up, because I know not only I can't let myself down, I'm not letting them people down either. So yeah.
Boss, I can't wait to watch your fight. I know I'll be there in person. Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thanks very much.